Welcome back to Moto MC. Thank you for tuning into this week. So we have this 2020 Kawasaki Z650L and I'm going to do a bike review, the pros, the cons and my advice on who this bike would suit. This bike features a liquid-cooled DOHC 8-valve 649cc parallel twin that delivers smooth, responsive riding, especially in the low to medium RPM ranges to provide confidence, especially for new riders. As you can see here, this is the metallic spark black finish. The Z feels sporty, but not too sporty that it's uncomfortable to ride, which makes it a really good option, especially for beginner riders, so that you don't have that back and lower back pain. The bike's parallel twin motor gives the bike strong, smooth, low to mid-range performance, and it revs out at 13,000 RPM. So the power delivery on this bike is quite smooth overall, which also inspires confidence for learner riders because it is so easy to control. The fueling is exceptionally smooth, except for sometimes at low speeds. So coming in with this 2020 model, there have been updates from past years. Some of these updates include the updated TFT dash display. You've also got the phone connectivity, larger CAD to the Euro 4, and the stock tyres are different. Unfortunately, I cannot show you what the stock tyres look like because these aren't stock, these are the Rosso Pirellis, but the stock tyres are the Sports Max version. So here you can see the TFT dash is super easy to read, even when in direct sunlight, has all the usual info such as tachometer, speedometer, odometer, etc. And also includes heaps of useful features such as range, average speed, fuel consumption, plus has smartphone connectivity, so you can navigate music, calls and messages, but not maps and directions. So, talking about the pillion seat, unfortunately I can't show you the stock pillion seat as well. This one is a Cowlick. It is available on the Kawasaki website for not too much, but the original stock seat actually is thicker than past models. So, and more updates is the radiator shrouds and also the LED headlight that I will show further in the video. With the combination of the 790mm seat height and the slim chassis making for an easy all-around maneuverability. It makes it easier to touch the ground. One of the key components of this bike is the super lightweight 15kg frame. It contributes significantly to the bike's light, nimble handling. The lines were made straight as possible, and where bends were necessary, the angles were made as small as possible, resulting in a design that disperses stress extremely well. The brilliant bright green contrasting with the dark black makes for a really stunning look for this new bike. The new model has a sharper, more compacted cowl and more muscular radiator shrouds, as I mentioned earlier, which makes it look more aggressive and bring it closer to the look for the Z900. All of the controls are really easy to reach and in comfortable positions. With an adjustable brake and clutch lever span, the latter super light and smooth, and the mirrors are, well, as you can see, pretty high up and shaped very geometrically. For me, they're quite small compared to what I'm used to. That's something you would look for in a bike, then that's something to note, but as you know, they do their job. I recently rode this bike and I have to say Kawasaki has done a fantastic job with the engine heat. There is very little engine heat and pretty much zero vibrations the entire rev range. So now I'm going to talk about the front and rear brake discs. So here we have the dual 300mm front pedal disc and a 220mm rear delivery. Plenty of braking power while contributing to the bike's obviously sporty image. We have dual piston front calipers, master cylinder and brake pads which offer controllable braking performance. A Bosch 9.1 m ABS is also standard fitment on all Australian Z650 models. So up front here we have the 41mm telescopic non-adjustable forks, handle suspension duties up front and a horizontal backlink rear suspension which offers a progressive character with preload adjustability. The rear suspension here positions the shock unit and linkage above the swing arm for mass centralization and to ensure operation is not affected by any heat. So the Z650L comes with a slipper and assist clutch, which makes it super easy and helps with stability and fast corner entry as it stops rear from locking up as you bang down through the gears. This is a feature that a learner rider or beginner rider would really benefit from. So this bike is quite light for a 650cc engine, weighs in at 187 kilograms dry weight, which means it is a breeze to corner with. So speaking about top speed of this bike, it tops out at about 200 kilometers per hour, which is just under 125 miles per hour. Sounds like your average parallel twin. It is softer than the R3, but definitely easily louder than the MT-07. Alright, so this 15-litre fuel tank's fuel consumption averages at 4.94 litres per 100 kilometres over the 1,000 kilometres on average. So here we have the back tail light. I think this one particular feature was really cool. It displays the letter Z. Because this bike model is only a year old, there hasn't been that much been said wrong about it or had issues and problems, but some may arise in the future as it gets older and is on the road a lot more. The only thing that I could mention is the front and back indicator lights wobble a lot. They're quite loose. Sometimes they make a bit of a flapping noise, but other than that, a very well-built bike. So the 2020 Kawasaki Z650L is available for about $11,700 right away, although this particular bike costs about $11,500. There have been also some improvements and replacements of parts, so these costs include tail tidy back here, radiator guard, drop bars, seat and cowl replacement, which bring it around to about $12,500 in total. So, in conclusion, the Z650L would be an awesome bike for anyone from learner to experienced. It's definitely a consideration if you are in the market for a middleweight naked or in the market for a comfortable and reliable daily machine with a sporty essence. Okay. Yep. Everything we love about this bike remains: the smooth power delivery, generous over rev, easy handling, lightweight maneuverability, which means new riders won't have to worry about outgrowing the power too soon. But they should be careful that the small Z has more than enough power to be daring and dangerous. Alright, that's it for this week's bike review. Thanks so much for tuning in to MotoMC, and I hope to see you guys next Thursday.